Well, hello and welcome back to the Tao Manifesting Tarot. This is the tarot reading that focuses on one thing and one thing only: your ability to manifest. Your ability to use your imagination to move your life in a direction that is concurrent with you. In other words, a life that fits you. Most of us don't do that. Even though we have from birth the ability to manifest, it really is not emphasized. Not nearly as much as it should, because if you get someone who's good at manifesting, they have independence. And being independent at this time is not a real popular thing. The people who want to run the world, control the world, and been working on it literally for hundreds of years are at a point now where they can make it happen. And they're not going to let anybody manifest anything unless it's what they want you to manifest, which of course serves them, not you. So we're focused on your ability to manifest for yourself. Can be small, can be big, anything in between, doesn't make any difference. My job is to inspire you. Okay, that's the most important thing. Inspiring you so that you work on developing your manifesting a muscle, if you will. Let's call it that, manifesting muscle. And you get better at it and better at it. Now, one of the first things that I would key into is that you should find out what your life purpose is. You could use numerology for that. You take your birthday, your birth month, and your birth year. You add all those numbers together and come up with a single digit. That will give you your life destiny, and it works out pretty doggone well. You could also use astrology. North Node, Ascendant, Moon, house placements, all those kinds of things, and they would be equally helpful. You can combine the two and certainly find your life destiny. And the reason I say that is we are not all the same. Now, we know that. Everybody, yeah, we're all different. But we don't really think about that. I want to be rich. I want to be a movie star. I want to be this one. Not everybody can be. Not everybody should be. It's that jigsaw puzzle of humanity that makes it interesting, fun, and very often irritating and dangerous. So you need to find what your life destiny is. The numerology and the astrology will help you. And then start to manifest in that area. And you may go, well, geez, I don't know where to begin. Doesn't make any difference. Just begin. And in fact, that's the key idea in this reading today. Let's go to the middle card. It is the Oracle card. And today it is Yang or Yang energy. The number up top on the right side is 1. It is, well, it's called masculine energy. And the reason is there's action to it. It usually is something that is physical, that is visible, that is tangible. The opposite of that, of course, is a yin energy, which is receded behind the scenes, often considered female. It's an oversimplification on both ends, but you get the idea. Okay, yang or yang energy is actually doing something. Movement. It's motion. It's motion. And when we're talking about manifesting, let's add a little extra to that idea of motion, and let's talk about commotion. Energy that changes, that mixes it up, commotion. Okay, it's not just motion, it is commotion. It is the idea to mix things up, to change things up, to stir the pot. That's what you're being asked to do at this time in your life. Now, if this resonates for you, listen up. If it doesn't, listen up anyway, because you may pick up some little point or piece of information that'll be helpful to you down the road. Okay? The meme for today fits in perfectly. It says, I used to tolerate a lot because I didn't want to lose people. Now, I establish boundaries because I don't want to lose myself. And that really is the idea of commotion, or moving forward, motion, moving forward, yang energy. We are at a point, and certainly the people who are resonating to this, you're at a point in your life right now where fitting in is not necessarily desirable. We've seen over the last several years what quote unquote fitting in entails. It means you become a sheep. You don't think for yourself. You don't feel for yourself. You don't act for yourself. You do what you're told. And when you do that, you give up your soul. You give up your identity. Because you're giving up control voluntarily. I got to fit in. I got to fit in. No, you don't. Now, I'm not saying be an asshole about the whole thing. Not that at all. What I'm saying is know what's valuable to you. Know why it's important to you. Not because some idiot in the media told you that it has to be that way. Because it is now clearly established without a doubt that mass media around the world has nothing to do with accurate news or information. What they are is public relations for corporations and businesses and governments. They're lying to you. So the idea of fitting in is ridiculous. It's pointless, and it works against your best interest. So what we want to do is focus on you manifesting to move forward, to use that yang energy to step forward and create commotion. Motion, but commotion. Stir that pot. Make it something that suits you more. Let's go all the way to the left. Seven of Cups. Cups are things that we are emotionally connected to. Could be people, could be ideas, memories, whatever. Doesn't make any difference. There's an emotional connection. To the point where very often there is a level of comfort. Comfort to the extent that we even get lazy. We get lackadaisical. There is no motion. There is no yang energy. We're just, isn't it nice? Remember when? And, I felt it feels good and so on. That's not what you're here to do. Seven of Cups says, you take a look at all those cups, there's different things in those cups. Each and every one is fake, is phony, and is a distraction. To the point where the Seven of Cups talks about wishful thinking, talks about fantasy, talks about delusion, escapism, procrastination. Procrastination is not motion. It's not yang energy. You want commotion in your life. You want to change it. So that means you got to break away from the distractions, and that's what the Seven of Cups is. And the Ten of Cups says that you really are at that place. The Ten of Wands, I mean. Ten of Wands says you're overwhelmed, you're overworked. All of these expectations that you have been told all your life that are essential to being a good person, a good citizen, you're finding are bullshit. You back away from the Seven of Cups, all the distractions, and start to think for yourself, feel for yourself, start to move forward to reestablish positive, solid boundaries so that you don't lose yourself. Put down those burdens. Review everything that you've been told, everything that you thought was true. Commotion. Stir up the pot in your life. Stir up your head. Stir up your feelings. And the next card over is the Hierophant. The Hierophant, organizations, beliefs, group identification. I got to fit in. I got to fit in. I got to fit in. And then when you fit in, you go, what the hell am I doing? This is terrible. Well, everybody else is suffering, so I guess it's okay. Commotion. Yang energy. Move forward. Motion is moving forward. And you want to create commotion in your life so that you break your addictions, you get rid of all the distractions, you put down the burdens, you begin to, like the Hierophant, to think for yourself. revitalize your own belief system. And that's the final card here, the Ace of Pentacles. What do you value? What's important to you? And why is it important? Is it because your mother and father told you all of your life? Schools told you? Television told you? Think for yourself. Yang energy. This is energy. This is something that you must do for yourself. You can't say, well, I'll leave it up to somebody else. You can't. You can't. Nothing's going to happen. Not going to be anything positive. You have to create the commotion so that you can establish boundaries and you don't lose yourself. It's a huge step, but if you haven't gotten the message over the last few years, you got no choice. If this is resonating with you, it is time to stir the pot, to move forward with yang energy, forward motion, do or die. That's the Tao Tarot Manifested reading for today. More again tomorrow, but between now and the next time you and I get together and do tarot, peace and blessings.